We are recording live from a secret location. What's going on? All right. Let's see. We gotta get into some business. Hey, everybody. What the fuck is good? Okay, so I promise not to be that long because I got an important phone call that I have to take. Now, I always say this, that I'm not going to be that long, and then before you know it, the damn video is an hour long. So we can't be that long today, guys. But shout out to everybody here. Shout out to the core. You know, those people that are here on every live. Shout out to my moderator. Shout out to the new subscribers. We are on our way to 17,000. Let's go ahead and finish out this year strong, and let's try to make sure we get to 20,000. So there's a few housekeeping things I want to update you guys on, and some things I want to talk to you guys about. So I hope you are all having a great day, first of all. If you are returning to this channel, shout out to you. This is the greatest show on YouTube, by far. Also, if you somehow stumbled across this video, make sure you stay. Like and subscribe. Now listen, I know that becomes like super redundant, like the whole like share, like, and subscribe, but we have to tell you to do that. Also, with the subscription, there's a lot of people saying that they're not getting my notifications. I don't know if I could put that in. Let me go to my channel real quick. Let me see if it does it. I'm about to see something real quick because you guys, I mean, I swear, I just feel like, you know, I've been gone for a while, so I can't, so the break that I had, I'm kind of over taking that break because it's completely thrown me out of the algorithm. I'll be honest with you. And then two, where is it at? Let me go to the subscribe part. I don't even see it. Videos. It's not even showing on here. Well, so when you subscribe to the channel, there should be a notification bell. Make sure you guys select that bell, and then once you select that bell, make sure it says notify from all uploads, all content. You want to be notified for everything. So you got to select that notification bell, because without that, you won't know that we're even live. Okay? So it's just not going to work. So you want to select that notification bell. The other part is, I'm so excited to announce, okay? I'm excited to announce we now have a hotline number. Okay? So, the number is, and I want you guys to put this number in your phone. You can call the show personally. Call me personally. Okay? The number is 209 area code 227-8942. You guys can call that number with any tips, any leads, things like that. Don't call that number to try to just sit on the phone with me because I ain't going to talk to you. I'm probably going to hang up on you. No, but honestly, call the number with for business inquiries only. Leave a voicemail. The number is 24 hours, so go ahead and call. With that being said, I need your help. I need your help. I want to take the show, like we all love the celebrity content, right? Love it. But I want to add to it. And the thing is, I've been looking, and it seems like everybody's talking about, some of the same things, which is kind of what we do, but kind of gets boring. So my idea, I need your guys' help. I need everybody watching, everybody that's active on social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, to just be out on the lookout for interesting stories from civilians. So we're not just looking for shade, tea, and gossip, although we accept all of that. But, make sure if you guys run into some bizarre people with weird talents, interesting talents. I don't know. Maybe you might know a guy that can gargle for 30 minutes. I don't fucking know. Maybe you meet a guy with 3 eyes. Literally, let him know that we want to have him on the show. Send me any links that you guys may deem interesting. Now, I will say this. Just because you send it to me does not mean I'm going to just take the story. But don't hesitate to send me information. You can email me at thearmonwigginsshow@gmail.com. You can call me at the tip line, 209-227-8942. You can Instagram me on Instagram at The Armand Wiggins Show. You can message me on Facebook. You can tweet me at The Armand Wiggins Show. So collectively, I'm going to need your help because I can't be everywhere at once looking up these different situations, stories, and people. So I would love for you guys. My Twitter is The Armand Wiggins Show. Okay, let me show you. I guess we can actually go here. And then we can go right here, boom. Was that Facebook? Hold on. I thought I went to Twitter. Okay, hold on. Let me show you. Boom. Copy. I'm going to show you my Twitter so you guys can know where to find me. Let's do it right now. Okay, I just want to kind of do this, some quick housekeeping ideas. I have a lot of stuff that I'm working on for the show, so I need you guys' help. Okay, so here is the Twitter. You can tweet me. There. Okay, you can Facebook me. You can do all of that. So we are accepting all stories. Okay, if you guys want to save the number for the call-in number is 563-999-3658. So this is the number. See, I'm giving y'all 2 numbers now. So, because somebody said, what's the call-in number? This number is to call the show. To call in while we're live. Okay? The 209 number is the tip line, okay? So, shout out to Okay, so that's kind of what we want to do because I really want to make this channel epic. You know what I mean? I don't want this to be remnants of anybody, any other channel that you may watch. We literally have the greatest show on earth. And in order to keep it that way, we have to stay evolving. Someone said, does YouTube take percentage of super chats? Yes, they take a percentage of the super chat. They absolutely do. But it is okay. Because we here, it's not all about the super chat. We definitely welcome the super chat, but I really enjoy putting out content. You know, if I had no bills and life were free, I wouldn't care about money. You know what I mean? Money is not the root of me. Shout out to, it looks like she meant to spend $5. Thank you for the thought. But she sent the $1.99, but I could tell your heart was in $5. This is probably her first time doing super chat. Shout out to Ernestine. To me either way. Super chat is fine. You can do PayPal, it doesn't matter, but super chat, so if you want to you just send it through the super chat. I'm totally fine with the super chat. Like I said, they take a percentage, but it really doesn't matter in the big scheme of things. So if you want to just super chat it, you don't have to leave the chat. I'd rather you stay here versus having to go over to PayPal and do all of that. Now, if you're watching a still video, like I'm not live, and you want to donate, the PayPal links are in the description box of the video, so you can always do that. But while we're live, if you want a super chat, go ahead. Like, you don't feel the need to have to go and PayPal. So, anyways, other things that I want to say. So yes, you guys, make sure you guys are emailing me with these stories, you guys, because, you know, I'm trying to continue to keep having great content for you guys. Sometimes this shit is hard. It's a lot going on. But I am working on some interviews. It's going to be very, very interesting in the next couple of weeks. I will tell you that. And mark my words, remember that I said that. Because I know once this shit drops, people are going to be like, wait a minute. But you heard it here first. Yeah, shout out to Shawnee's G, a.k.a. Sugar and Spice. Wow. Now, yeah, yesterday was really interesting because we had a caller that called in, and I don't know who that man was. That was really, 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 really weird. Can we get a reunion live? What do you mean reunion? Reunion for what? Hey, Steph G. Hey, Carolyn Lake, thank you. No, I did not see the video with that. Okay, so I will do a Love and Hip Hop reunion video live because a lot of people are requesting that, so I'll do it. The only thing is, you know, Love and Hip Hop, I had stopped doing those reviews because they kept fucking reporting. They kept like, cause you know I insert the video, so they kept like flagging my shit, and I was like, yo, I don't have time to be getting no more strikes. Someone said, did you watch The Real Housewives? I did watch The Real Housewives, and here's the thing. I'll be honest with you guys. I love to watch those shows, and I love to do those reviews, but sometimes them shits be really fucking boring. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Some of that shit be boring as hell. Like, I started off watching it and I'm like, God damn, this shit is boring. And I think I fell asleep. My intention was to do a review, honestly. But the shit don't be really keeping my attention that long. Like, I have a little bit of ADHD. So sometimes, like the Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, once you start to see through the shit, like, I think social media has ruined the shows for me because it's like we know everything is previously recorded. And then we're like reviewing shit that happened last year, like a year ago, and the people have already moved on and repatched their friendship. So we're like, it's just like, girl, sometimes I'd be like, this shit is not even real. You know what I mean? But if people are requesting me to do that, so I may do the Real Housewives too. I'm not committing to it just because I feel like there's hella channels. Like, anybody that's looking for content, like Real Housewives is a fucking easy ass. All right, I need a video. Let me throw out a Real Housewives review. Like, shit is like fucking. There's a billion fucking channels doing that shit. And I'm like, God damn, that's boring. Other than that, somebody said, "Do you get the stuff I sent to your DM?" No, I don't. It depends on what you sent. I didn't get anything to the DM. I didn't get anything from. I didn't get anything from a DM from you. You got to tell me what it's regarding. Like I said, for the new people that's joining, we do have a tip hotline now. So you can call me directly with the T. And the number is, so there should be no excuse, 209-227-8942. You can call me. Leave me a voicemail. You can call me. You can leave me a voicemail. Oh, wow. Thank you. Wow, the super chats are really coming in today. Shout out to Danielle. Okay. I love my people. And here's the thing. The reason why I'm pressing this issue is because we all are regular people, right? And I realized that some of the regular people's stories are more interesting. And I don't want to just do it like you mail me a question and then I'm reading your story out loud or something like that. No. We want to go the direction of Ricky Lake, Dr. Phil, mixed with a bit of Arsenio Hall show. Like, we want to mix it up. So, we need people willing to tell their story live on video. Yes. We want people, and it could be great stories. It can be my baby daddy is cheating on me with a man. It can be I'm sleeping with my sister's husband. It can be, I have this many talents. Or it can be my boobs are double Z. Like, anything that's interesting, we want to know. We want to talk about it, but you have to be willing to talk on camera. Also, if you're an artist and you're really talented, we want you here too. One of my moderators, Mochahantis, I want to get her on the show when she's ready. I told her that ass needs to hurry up and get ready. Wow, thank you again for another super chat. Yeah, no fake stories. I mean, but if it's good enough to feel real, we'll take it. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Somebody said they sent me a video last night. I don't have at thearmonwigginsshow at gmail.com. Let me see. I have no video. I have no video. You could email me at I'm putting it down here. thearmonwigginsshow at gmail.com. Okay, so you can definitely email me there. Yes, Kiss My Bliss. We want to hear that ratchet normal people mess, but you need to have receipts and willing to be on camera. And here's the thing, because I've been getting some emails, but people are wanting to tell me about other people's business. That doesn't work when you want to tell me about other people's business because, number one, that's how we can get flagged. Number two, you can't possibly have all the receipts because it ain't your business. And then number three, it ain't your business. So it's still not the same. So we want you to give your tea. And see, us here, we deal in real receipts. Okay? No Photoshop receipts, no fake receipts, no blurred receipts. We need real receipts. Okay? Now, oh, someone asked, well, you know what? I will blur faces if you don't want to be seen. We can do that. I can make that accommodation. I can make that accommodation to where I will blur faces. I can do that. If that would make it better for you, absolutely. I can blur faces. I can blur faces. So let me take a caller because some y'all just be calling in. All right. 214-8538. You're live on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. I have a question.
Yes.
Um, it's kind of personal, but I just want to know, like, my son molested my other son,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just trying to figure out. He's 9, so I'm just like, are you gay? But I don't want to ask him.
Well, wait,
I'm just saying, like, how should I?
wait, whoa, hold on. So both sons are 9? Or which son is 9?
My oldest, the one that molested my younger son. My younger son is 5.
Okay.
And
See,
I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do I approach it? Like, I had my older son go stay with his dad, and he's no longer, around my younger son, but I just, like, don't know how to approach the situation and ask him, does he like boys, or, was it just an experimenting type of thing, or, what? Like, how do I approach him and talk to him about that situation?
well, okay, so here, being that he's 9, there, like, okay, how do I say this? Because it's very serious. But this is just what I'm thinking. When, kids sometimes they do that stuff, and I don't think his intent was molestation. You get what I mean? Like a 9-year old, I don't think knows like molestation. I think that the bigger thing is you have to find out where he got that from. If somebody did it to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, or what happened to him? Like, where did he learn that from? Because a kid doesn't come out just wanting to, just let me go dig and touch on another kid. And I think you kind of have to. Well, what exactly did he do? Like you have to survey the scene because did he just like touch the boy and you know what I mean? Because sometimes kids play like that. Like kids do that.
No, it was like penetration. Like my
Oh,
5-year-old son, he came to me and he was like, he's been humping me. And I'm
okay.
just like, what do you mean humping you? And he was like, he's been humping me. And I was like, so does he take off your pants? And he was like, yes. And I was like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, so I was like, did he put it inside your booty, like where your boo boo comes out? And he was like, yes. So like, I mean, I was molested as a child, and I know how it feels to tell someone and they don't believe you. But I feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because I'm like, I don't want to turn my back on my 9-year-old, but then again, I don't want my 5-year-old to feel like this can happen to him and nobody's going to believe him.
Yeah, so I think the first part is you have to let your 5-year-old know that you believe him. And you also have to have the conversation with your 9-year-old in front of the 5-year-old and let him know that you know that he did it and this is what's happening. And with that being said, you have to have that conversation with them together and let him know that he's not going to be around right now because what he did is wrong. But you cannot turn your back on your 9-year-old because you have to get to the root of what happened to him. You can't leave him out there to dry because at the
Right.
end of the day,
I mean, I
9 years
asked
old, he's
him,
still innocent as well. You know what I'm saying? Hello?
how did he ever do?
Huh? I can't hear you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. And it was just like he basically said that one of my nephews told him to do it, and so I'm just like, where would you get this from? Like, why would you do this? Like, I have always talked to my kids about, people touching them or anything. I guess being, molested myself made me just like really watch my kids.
Right. So I
And
think you
for
said it. The nephew told your son. So somebody that you're letting around your kids is doing that because I remember a situation with me when I was younger. My mom had a friend, and then the son wanted to be a girl, so he would try to kiss on me and touch on me, and I'm like, I'm not gay, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, or I wasn't sure what he wanted to play house, you know what I mean? And I didn't know what that was, and then later on in life I realized that the mom of that boy always wanted a girl, so she would dress him and treat him like a girl, and me being who I was, they would be like, all right, let's play house, and like let's you be the dad, I'll be the mom. You get what I'm saying? So it's coming from somewhere, and maybe your son is not strong enough to realize that he has been influenced. So I think the first thing that you need to do is separate the two kids. Your 9-year-old needs to go to counseling, and then your 5-year-old needs to go to counseling immediately. You need to talk to them together and let them know exactly what happened and what you're doing, because the last thing you want is for both of them to grow up and then they start having ill will towards you because they feel like you didn't care for either one of them. You get what I'm saying? Or you didn't believe the 5-year-old, and you don't want the 9-year-old to feel like something happened to him, and because he acted out as a 9-year-old, you just left him. and then he goes on
Right.
to be some predator in the system. You can stop this now. He's gonna have to because he's damaged. So at the end of the day,
Yes, well,
huh?
I separated them. You know, I separated them. My oldest son is going to counseling. I haven't took my youngest son to counseling yet, but I did take him to the hospital.
Okay.
You know, basically just check him out, make sure everything is okay. And I'm just, I guess I'm just scared that my 5 year old is going to try it to somebody else, or I don't just know. I feel like it's uh like 'cause my 5 year old, like he still wants to be around his brother. So I'm just like, I don't want to tell him like you can't be around your brother at all, and have tension between them. Like I still want him to love his brother, but just to know like what he did was wrong, and I feel like I can't handle it. Like it's just a strain on me. Like I don't know how to handle the situation. Like I feel like it's I wanted to commit suicide. Like I'm just like, why, this would happen to me. And then when I looked it up on the internet and asking other people and stuff, and they was basically a lot of people say the same thing. Like they was molested by their brother, or they know someone that was molested by their brother, and like a lady, one of the R. Kelly abuse victims, she came out with a book, and basically the I think it's called Life Beyond Abuse. And in her book, basically, she was saying she was molested by all these people in her family, and she was molested by one of her friends' brother, and her friend was like, he always doing that. He always doing that. So I'm just like, is it? I feel like it's different with boys because they have things that they can actually penetrate
Mm-hmm.
rather than girls. People dry something and ain't no actual penetration. And I just feel like that has just been taking a toll over me, and I just it's hard for me to even look at them and not think about the situation. But when I took him to the doctor told me, don't bring it up to him again. But I feel like I need to talk to my 5 year old about, the do's and don'ts. Like it's just
So I
hard,
think maybe you
and
have
I
that
don't know.
conversation one more time with the both of them, and then you don't bring it up. I mean, if you go into your room and you're never going to forget it, you get what I'm saying? They're never going to forget what happened, but
Right.
it's not something that you cannot move past. Unfortunately, things do happen in different families that, people cannot talk about, but it's not. I mean, it's bad, right? It's bad. We understand that. But it's not something that I don't feel like, if corrected with the right amount of counseling, and as long as it's not happening continuously, like you guys can heal from it because there could be a conversation had and there can be an understanding. And then maybe both of them will go to counseling together and they'll realize, hey, this is not what we are supposed to do as brothers. Somebody came
Right.
in and messed this up and had us thinking that this is what we're supposed to do. And you know what? I apologize. I'm sorry. Accidents happen. This is not like a grown man touching a 5 year old or a grown man touching a 9 year old. There's only a 4 year difference. And a
Right.
9 year old and a 5 year old, they're both babies. You get what I'm
So do you
saying?
feel like yes, but I really feel like something happened to my baby, like my 9 year old.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
I
Something
just feel like
definitely
he don't
happened.
want to tell me. But how do I get him to, believe that I will believe him and to tell me? Because I feel like he feels like he's going to get in trouble because I always tell him, don't go in people's houses. Like, I don't play that. When you go outside and play, you play outside. Ain't no going in nobody's house. Ain't no, none of that. But I guess I think he went in somebody's house and something happened. Excuse me, and he doesn't want to tell me because he feels like he's going to get in trouble for going in the house.
Okay, so you said that's the one that's in therapy, right?
Yes.
So has he told the therapist anything?
No, basically, they just said he admitted that he did it, and they put him in some type of sexual abuse classes. It's like a 12-week course or something where he goes and it's like other kids or whatever. Because I took him to a mental hospital because I didn't know where to take him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, something, either if somebody didn't do this to you, something is wrong with you mentally for you to do this to your brother.
So what happened with the nephew that you said? You said something about a nephew. Your nephew might have touched on him first. I thought that's what you said earlier.
No, they both touched my 5-year-old.
Okay.
And I guess I don't know, like, if my nephew was introduced, to it around my sister or, somebody that's been around him.
Well,
And
how
then
old
he
is your
came over to
nephew?
my house. He's 10.
So he's old. He's a little bit older, and so he's 10. So he got, and then so obviously the nephew and your 9-year-old son had been doing it together. So you got to figure out where they started it at, because they've obviously been doing it together, and then they projected that onto your 5-year-old. So is anybody's father around? Like, where you have a husband? Are you married?
I have a boyfriend, but we're not married.
Is that the
And
son's father?
no, I mean his father. He's around, but he's not around. I mean, like, like I'm just through with chasing after people. I just feel like you have a son. We have a DNA test. There, like, I shouldn't have to chase after you for you to take care of your son or be in your son's life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with this little situation, like him moving over there, I felt like, it was just because I can't deal with it no more. Like, it's been, he done been kicked out of school. Like, I can deal with that. Being kicked out of school, fighting or stealing or anything like that, like, even though it's not right, I can handle that. But something like this is like past, stealing and getting kicked out of school, fighting at school or something like that. This is past that. And my son was like, he basically did oral sex on him.
Wait, your son said who did oral sex?
My 9-year-old did oral sex on my 5-year-old.
Okay.
I guess he was trying to get him to do my 5-year-old to do it to him, and my 5-year-old was like, no.
And when does this take place? Like, when does this kind of thing happen? Do they wait till you're asleep? Do they wait to? Is it just anywhere? Like, is it calculated? I'm trying to figure out when. Like, what are the times?
My boyfriend works in the daytime. I work at night. So I guess it happened at night while my boyfriend was asleep, because I have a 3-bedroom apartment. I have 3 girls and my 2 boys, and I'm thinking like, okay, girls in one room, boys in one room. Thinking that it's gonna be good, but like nowadays, I'm just like, do everybody need their own room? I don't know.
And so your daughters, how old are they?
My daughters are 7 and 6.
7 and 6. Okay.
And I asked them, when my 5-year-old told me, I went to my girls and I asked them, have, he ever touched you? Have he ever made you feel uncomfortable in any type of way? And then they was like, no, no, like he never did anything. And I'm just like, that's why I wanted to see if I needed to have, a conversation with him about, him being liking boys, because I'm just like, why would you do that to your brother?
Okay, let me ask you another question. When your nephew comes over, or when your nephew touched your 5-year-old, was this at a different location or was this at your house?
This was at my house.
Around the same time at night while you were at work?
Yes, my nephew came and spent the night over my house.
Okay, and your
And I
boyfriend is
think
there. Have
that,
you asked your boyfriend about any of this? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, he didn't believe me at first. Like,
Mm,
basically, he didn't believe my son, and and when I asked my 5 year old multiple times, and he never changed his story, I believe my son, and I don't care. Like, my 9 year old and my 5 year old, they have different dads.
mm-hmm.
So my 9 year old's dad basically was like, he's a kid, it's innocent, and I feel like it's innocent, but it's not innocent. It's not just something that you need to sweep under the rug. It's something that needs to be addressed and addressed
Who
now.
said that
And
he's
even
innocent?
if,
Who said that? Your boyfriend?
no, my 9 year old's dad.
Okay.
And he was just like, he messed around with one of his cousins when he was little. And I was like, that doesn't make it right. And I'm just like, if you don't believe my son, my 5 year old, I'm going to believe him regardless. And, I'm not going to, turn my back on him, but I can't have him staying in my household no more. Like, I can't do it. Like, I had to move out my apartment and everything because I just couldn't be there anymore, and it was just hurting me. Like, every time I come in my house, that's all I think about. So I
Right. So
had to
I think
move.
that you need to question all the men around. I know you probably don't even want to think that way, but you need to get to the root because you don't know if it's your boyfriend touching your son, if it's your son's father. You don't know who it is because you got to see you're not there. Who knows? The boyfriend could be doing something. So your son needs to.
Well, I asked him, just in case, and I even tell my girls that because my boyfriend is not the father to my girls.
Right.
So even though they're 7 and 6 years old, I tell them, if anybody touches you, I don't care if it's my boyfriend, if it's your pawpaw, whoever, if they touch you, you tell me. And, I feel like if he would have touched him, he would have told me. And I asked my 5 year old, like, has anybody else ever touched you like this? And he said no. Like, I wouldn't, if I even thought that my boyfriend would do that to even one of my children, I would not be with him at all. Because I know like, somebody being with somebody, somebody been molesting you. Like, my sister went through the same thing. My sister was molested by her stepfather, and her mother stayed with him. Till this day, they are still together, and he molested my sister multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, my sister is damn near 35, 36 years old, and she still has problems, with that, and communicating with her mother. Like, she communicate, but she don't fuck with her mama like that. And I just see it in her. Like, damn, she's 30 something years old. Like, how is my 5 year old gonna grow up? Is he gonna have mental problems or bipolar problems? PTSD, or I'm just afraid. I feel like I'm afraid. I don't know if I need to go, get some counseling and see if, I need some help just to, because I literally had thoughts of suicide
Don't
after
we
my
definitely
son
don't
told
want you
me.
to kill yourself. So here, let's take a few callers. Maybe they can add a little input to this, and let's try to help it out. But you will definitely have to seek professionals. But okay, area code 312-4739. You're live on the air.
Hi, Armand. Thanks for taking my call. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. I love you, by the way. I'm a licensed professional. I watch your show to unwind and just have giggles and laughs. I'm really, really surprised by how serious this is, which is why I wanted to call in. Firstly, my heart goes out to this mother that is on the line, and there is only one course of action, and we as a people need to learn that when this happens in our families, there's only one course of action, and that is to get everybody professional help right away.
Mm-hmm.
Your 9-year-old, your 5-year-old, your girls, whether they say that it's happened or not, because many children will not come forth even if you ask them. Everybody needs help. And I think the way that we've dealt with this in the past is asking people's opinions. You know, maybe you've talked to the dad, you're calling into the Armand show, but your children need professional help right away. This is trauma. It's not going to go away. It's going to be with both boys forever. And the other thing I wanted to say is it's less important whether or not your son is gay. The most important thing is his mental health and his mental state.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ma'am,
Right.
are you there?
I understand.
Okay.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay.
And this is something that I'm passionate about because I work with young people, and you know what I mean. It's like a thing. And my heart does go out to you for parents out there who may be listening or watching the show. This is a hard thing, and no parent really, deserves to go through this. It's something that, unfortunately, when it happens in our families, it can be confusing, the right way of action, but we've been doing it wrong for too long. There is only one answer and one solution, and the only way to go about it is to implement it immediately. Give every child in your home professional help tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I feel like, many people that have this happen within the family try to cover it up because they don't want, everybody in the family business. But I'm just like, people do more hurt than good, And,
absolutely. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that's the only way to stop, the cycle of this continuing to happen in our families. That's the only way to do it. And I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage your family. I want to send you some love, whatever vibes I can send you through the phone right now, because this is not an easy thing, but you can get through it if you do it the right way. And trust me, there is only one way, and we all support you. I don't know, bombs and bells in the chat, support for this queen. But yeah, that's
Wouldn't
all I have
wouldn't
to
you
say.
think that we probably should get the police involved to do an investigation as well? And I think, maybe even have the boyfriend removed from the house for a while until we can get to the bottom of this.
You need a professional to guide you through each step, right? So police in our homes, that can be traumatic in itself.
Okay.
Right.
Right? So the first thing you do is you reach out to a professional, how to handle this. And there are people who are trained to guide you through these steps. Again, regarding the children that did it, the children that, it was done to them, and the other children in the home.
Well, I'm gonna keep you on the line, Carla. Okay, I want to take some other calls, but I want you to stay on. Okay, hold on. Please stay there. Okay, I'm gonna keep her on the line. Okay, let's take 437-8198. You're live on the air. Hello. Okay, she hung up. Okay, area code 864-2451. You're live on the air.
Hey, baby.
Hey, how are
hear
you?
me?
Yes.
Good, good. You know who this is? Your baby mother,
How are you?
the Roach Queen,
Okay.
aka, And being that this is a serious topic, first off, I want to show my gay husband some love. Shout out to my gay husband.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan now. I told you I'll be on every chance I can.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to you every chance I can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now back to business. To the caller, because one thing I want to talk about seriously is what my gay husband actually brought up. As soon as I heard her, I'm talking about her working nights and her leaving him with her children at nighttime. This is one thing that nobody will never tell you, caller. Nobody in the whole world will ever tell you that they are a pedophile. Nobody will tell you that, hey, I like you, I want to date you, I'm a pedophile. That's something that will never, ever happen. That is why certain precautions should be there and should be in place. There's no such thing as a 9-year-old giving fellatio to somebody or getting fellatio unless he's seen that. He has had to see somebody giving fellatio or somebody giving him fellatio.
Mm-hmm.
You have to check the adults that are around your children. You have to make them your number one priority. By you sitting there, I'm not trying to beat on you or anything like that. God bless you. I actually prayed for you as soon as I heard this story. I prayed for you and your children. Because a lot of the times, as a single mother, we do the best that we can do. I am a single mother myself, so I do understand, and I do empathize with you. But you have to be strong right now. You can't be talking about killing yourself and you so stressed out you can't walk in your house and all of this. He blah. That's bullcrap. Get up out of that right now. That's what the devil is telling you. What the Lord is telling you is to listen to my man's live right now and get some real honest feedback. And the real honest feedback is you need to go to the authorities. You need to take your man to Steve Wilkos. For real. for real. Homie needs to go to Steve Wilkos.
Okay.
You need to evaluate because somebody is lying here. And to get to the understanding of who is lying, maybe a lie detector test needs to be done. If I was in your shoes, God forbid, I don't ever want to be in your shoes or with this situation or anybody in this situation. But if I was in this situation, the first people, like they say with a murder, the first people that you look at when somebody has been murdered is those people that are closest to them. So I would be looking at all of the people that are close to my children. You said this happened to your sister. Don't be like your sister's mother. I think that's somebody, her mother is different than your mother. Don't be like her. Don't be in denial.
All right.
you
Thank
see
you.
something-
Stay here. That was good. Do you want to say anything to her, caller?
I just, don't believe that he would do something like that to my son.
Okay.
I have a child with him too, so
Okay.
I mean, I just don't believe it.
You just don't
And
believe it. But see, that's
if I had any feelings that my boyfriend did do something to them, I would address it.
Mm-hmm.
And like we've been together 4 years, going on 5 in December, and he's been there for me and my other kids that's not his.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't, I mean, he's right here talking. Like, he knows everything that's going on. He knows how I feel about the situation. And, he's been there for my son. So I don't, when I have asked my son, and I think my son or my girls or anything like that, like, I just don't believe that,
Let me get my
anything?
professional correspondent on the line. How do you weigh in on this, love?
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
My boyfriend is right here with me, too. So
Okay.
he can hear, too.
Okay.
Okay, just one other thing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
the first thing I want to say is a lot of parents, kind of talk about prevention, like you can't go over this person's house, you can't do this, you can't do that. But 80 to 90% of the time, it happens with someone within the family, right?
Right.
So the only way, the way that we're going to combat this in our families is, number one, believe the child. Believe the child. Believe the child. Number two is be willing to prosecute the wrongdoers, no matter who they are, whether it's your uncle, because again, it happens in our families. So we have to, if we really want to protect our children, we have to be willing to let them, to do what we have to do to the perpetrators of this behavior. Those are the two things. We always talk about, I'm going to keep them away from this and they're not going to wear that. And that is not prevention. Prevention, think in your mind. If you really want to stop this, and I'm not talking to you, ma'am, because I know I'm being passionate right now, but I'm talking to everyone who's listening. If we want to prevent this in our families, we have to, one, believe the children, and two, be willing to prosecute those who harm our children.
Right, and I agree. If either one of my kids ever told me that, my boyfriend did something to them, even if he didn't do it, I still would believe my kids. And that's just, as, being the situation with my sister and everything like that. Like, that's why I asked all my kids, have Chris ever touched you? Whatever. Like, I asked them that, and when they told me no, I believe them, and I don't believe that, my boyfriend would do that to, a child, period, and if I felt like that, or, like the lady said, you don't know if people is a pedophile. They're not going to tell you it's a pedophile. But at the end of the day, you have them feelings. Like, I can be around a man, even when I was 13, 14 years old, being molested as a younger child. I was molested when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. And after that, as I got older, I could tell, a man being around me, like, you have them feelings when you're around a pedophile. A pedophile. You watch them, you catch them, looking at your butt or looking at you in any type of way or hugging you in a certain type of way. I just.
Let me take one more caller. Hold on. Private caller, you're live on the air.
Hi, Armand. This is Niecy.
Hi, how are you?
And definitely stricken by this whole situation.
Me too. I wasn't ready.
I feel for her. Yeah, and her entire family. And I actually am also in the medical field. I'm a professional as well. Yeah. And I want to say that this is definitely a situation where the entire family, the mother, even the boyfriend, they need to also be in therapy. But to understand that as far as therapists, they are professionals that are able to figure out the answers to the questions that you are not able to figure out, because we're trained in that way. And so what you're not able to depict as far as information, they will be able to get that. And being that we don't know who the perpetrator is in the family, everyone in the family actually should be in therapy just so that everything can be processed. I wouldn't say call CPS because of the simple fact that, to me, I've seen too many situations where CPS drops the ball. And so any therapist that you have that's an actual therapist, once they come across any of the information, that's when they'll start to bring authorities into the situation. So it doesn't need to be at that point now. Since the children are at least separated, that's taking care of it. But, like the other professional said before, the therapy needs to be immediate. But it also needs to include you as well as your boyfriend in all of it. The children, every child, and you as well. And to look at it from a point of being that this is a cycle within your family, I'm going to take it to the spiritual level as well. This is a continuous cycle that's been plaguing your family, that until that cycle is completely broken by someone, let's let it be you, it will continue. Mm-hmm. So from that aspect of it, let's break it all the way down. Everyone needs therapy, but even though you're asking the children and they're telling you what they're telling you, you are not a professional, and so you do not know what to ask, how to deal with the children, because it may take time. It's not always that, you go into therapy and you figure things out. It takes time at times for you to actually get to grasp the situation and what's going on. But professionals are trained to do exactly that, and that's the reason why we're pushing therapy. But I'm saying you all need to be in the therapy as well, just so we can get the whole aspect of what's going on everywhere.
Okay, thank you, Mishi. Okay, so
Definitely.
We will have to put a pause on this because, like I said, I'm glad you called in, because this is exactly what I was talking about when I said I wanted to open up the platform to all subjects. So you couldn't have called at a better time, but just unfortunately, I do have to go right now. But We can definitely pick this back up tonight or later on tomorrow. If you want to email me, my email is at thearmonwigginsshow@gmail.com, so we can correspond a time to come back and discuss it if you would like. But for now, I think the best bet is to get
I'll just
therapy.
wait till you're live, and I'll just call in when you go live.
Okay, well, let me know, okay?
Yeah, we need to talk, because you told her to leave me, too, because I was, struggling with, being with a girl, like, we'll talk later on the live, but yeah, you told her to leave me, though. Oh, yeah, Armand, this is Mrs. 27 with the 6 kids.
Oh! With the 6 kids. Okay, I remember.
We always listen to you.
Okay, we're gonna revisit this. We're gonna do a segment on you guys. So let me wrap this up. Email me. You have to email me so I can organize it. Email me now.
Okay.
At thearmonwigginsshow@gmail.com, and then we'll talk. Okay? Email me now.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. I remember this girl.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Okay, so we have a lot of unpacking to do. I think that this was the young girl. I think she's like 23 or 24 with the 6 kids. We've already talked about her. This is new. So something, yeah. It's connecting now. It's connecting. And yes, I'm not going to go into it right now, but this is exactly what I wanted the show to be about. Not all the time as heavy. I want an array of topics, but wow, I wasn't expecting that. But there we go. This is why we literally have the greatest show on YouTube. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here, and we will definitely talk soon.
We are recording live from a secret location.